Welcome to Swahili School. We are talking about Africans. So who are Africans? In this video, we are covering Afro-Asiatic people of Africa. So Africa has 1.3 billion people, and the most populous African country is Nigeria, with over 200 million people in that country. They're not all one tribe. There are different tribes found in Nigeria. Actually, there are different tribes found in the whole continent of Africa, but all Africans can be grouped into 5 distinct groups, 6 sometimes, but we will deal with 5. Starting with the first one, the Afro-Asiatic group that are found in North Africa, East and West Africa. Then we have the Niger-Congo group, Group A and Group B. Group A are the non-Bantoid, Group B the Bantoid group. Together, the Niger-Congo group, or the Benue-Congo as they're known, are the largest group of people in the continent of Africa, with hundreds and hundreds of different tribes. The third group is the Nilo-Saharan, found across the Sahara Desert and also down the Nile Valley. So that gives you the name, the Nilo-Saharan. We have the Khoisan people, the indigenous people of Southern Africa, the Austronesians, actually mostly we call them Malagasy people of Madagascar. Last but not least, the Indo-Europeans who migrated to Africa after 1650, that point when the Portuguese went around the Cape of Good Hope and discovered the eastern part of Africa. Well, they really technically did not discover, but finally made it to the eastern part of Africa, only to find a thriving trade that was taking place in the Indian Ocean between the Swahili coast and Asia. So in this group, this is the whole continent of Africa with different tribes. For this video specifically, we are talking about the Afro-Asiatic people. This includes the Arabs, the Tigray, Oromo, Somali, Rendille, Amhara, and other groups of people. The Afro-Asiatic are the second largest group of people in the continent of Africa. So the largest is the Benue or the Congo-Niger. The second largest, the Afro-Asiatic people, with over 300 spoken languages in Western Asia. That's the Asiatic part of the Afro-Asiatic, Northern Africa, the Horn of Africa, and the Sahel. So the Sahel is the region across the Sahara Desert. The Horn of Africa is eastern up close to Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Northern Africa, that region. In addition to the languages spoken today, the Afro-Asiatic includes many ancient languages, such as Egyptian, which is a form of a distinct branch of the family. The Afro-Asiatic can be divided into 6 subgroups, and each subgroup has many, many tribes, starting with the Amazigh or the Berber people. They're actually known as Amazigh. The ancient Greeks and Romans are the ones who called them the Berber people. When they sailed across the Mediterranean Sea into Northern Africa, when they encountered these people, they named them the Berber, but they're known as the Amazigh. Under the Amazigh, you will find different tribes like the Shilha, the Tuareg, the Kabyla, and others. In Western Africa, you will find the second group. The second group is the Chadiac. Under the Chadiac, we have the largest group in Western Africa known as the Hausa, the Warji, the Bura. Then in Eastern Africa, we have the Cushitic people. The Cushites are the Somali, the Oromo, the Afar, the Rendille, and other groups of people. We have ancient Egyptian. Then we have the Omotic people in Ethiopia. Last but not least, the largest group under the Afro-Asiatic are the Semitic. The Semitic includes the Arabic, Amharic, Tigray, and others. In total, the Afro-Asiatic languages have over 500 million native speakers across the continent of Africa. But again, as I said, it is the second largest group of people, second to the Niger-Congo group of people who are found in sub-Saharan Africa. Amazigh are an ethnic group indigenous to North Africa, specifically Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, to some lesser extent Mauritania, northern Mali, and northern Niger. Smaller population can be found in Burkina Faso and Egypt, the Siwa Oasis region in Egypt. Historically, the Amazigh nations have spoken Berber languages. So you can hear it's not just one language, is a different languages that can be found under the Amazigh or Berber group. Some of the people we've known that were Amazigh is Augustine of Hippo, or Saint Augustine as he's known in the Catholic Church. He was a theologian, a Berber from the Numidia region of Northern Africa, crossed the Mediterranean Sea into Rome and converted into Catholicism and became a theologian and philosopher in the Roman Catholic Church. Another one is Tertullian. So Tertullian was a prolific Christian and author from Carthage in Roman era, the province of Carthage, when the Romans invaded Carthage and burnt it down and took over. So they burnt it down completely during the Punic Wars and rebuilt it to Roman Carthage after they had destroyed the city and enslaved the Phoenicians. The Numidians escaped into the desert to strategize how to attack and reconquer Roman Carthage. There are 7 tribes under the Amazigh or the Berber people, starting with the Shilha people, the Kabyla, Central Atlas Samazgad, the Rifian, Shawir, Tuareg, and the almost extinct Guanche languages spoken on the Canary Islands by the Guanche people. Starting with the Shilha, we're not going to go through all the different tribes and people, but I'll highlight specific groups. The Shilha people are a subgroup of the Berber found in Morocco. In antiquity, they traded with the Phoenicians and the Carthaginians in modern-day Tunis. They established the ancient nation of Mauritania, which fell under the Roman rule in 33 CE. So if you've ever heard of Hannibal the Great, he was from this tribe of people, the Shilha people, before eventually reuniting under the Berber sovereignty. During the 7th century, the Islamic Umayyad Caliphate invaded northern Africa, both the Berber empires and the Byzantine empires, and seized Carthage around 698 AD. This was during the Islamization of northern Africa now and the introduction of Islam and Arabic languages. Although the Umayyad controlled Morocco over the years, their rule was tenuous because the Berber really resisted to be colonized. Shilha people gradually adopted Islam, but they also kept their own traditional languages, culture, and religious customs to a varying degree. A minority of them still practice Christianity and Judaism. The Kabyla, one of the famous Kabyla people, are Zinedine Zidane. He is an Algerian Kabyla descendant footballer, but resides in Paris, in France. He's in diaspora. The Kabyla people are also under the Berber group indigenous to Algeria. They represent the largest group of Berber speakers in Algeria and the second largest group in Northern Africa after the Arabic. Many Kabyla people emigrated from Algeria, influenced by the factors such as the civil war in Algeria, cultural repression, and also overall industrial decline. Their diaspora has resulted in Kabyla people living in other countries outside of Algeria, mostly France and Quebec, Canada, and some in the United States. The Tuareg people, also under the Amazigh or Berber group. The Tuareg are a large group of ethnic people found in the Sahara or the Sahel region, stretching from Libya, Algeria, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Traditionally, they were nomadic pastoralists. A small group of the Tuareg can also be found in Nigeria. The Tuareg speak the Tamashek language. They are known as the blue people because of the indigo dye that is used to dye the clothes that they wear and transfers and stains their skin. The reason why they wear the blue cloth, they traverse the Sahara Desert. So during the trans-Saharan trade, the Tuareg people are the ones who crossed the Sahara Desert into Western Africa and traded with the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire, the Ghana Empire, getting gold and taking it back to Northern Africa. It crossed over to the Mediterranean Sea. And when you hear of families like the Medici, who opened the biggest bank, who had a lot of gold in Florence, or they were banking for the Pope in Rome, this gold was coming from West Africa, and the Tuareg people were the traders who are crossing the Sahara Desert. So they would come down across the Sahara Desert to Djenné, Tungau, Timbuktu, get the gold, and then head out to places like Fez, Tunis, cross over the Mediterranean Sea into modern-day Italy. The second group are the Chadiacs. So the Chadiacs are found in West Africa, this region of West Africa. The most widely spoken Chadiac language is Hausa. The Chadiacs include over 150 spoken languages across Nigeria, Niger, Chad, Central African Republic, and Cameroon. Hausa is the second most spoken language after Arabic in the Afro-Asiatic group. So when we talk about the Afro-Asiatic group, most people speak Arabic. Then the second largest group is the Hausa language. The third group are the Cushitic people. The Cushites are found in the Horn of Africa, that's Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, down the Nile Valley in Sudan and Egypt, and then across the Great Lakes regions of Tanzania and Kenya. This region right here, that's where you find the Cushites. So under the Cushites, there are many, many different tribes. We have the Oromos, the Somali, the Borana, the May, the Rendille, Beja, Afar, Gorowa, Sidamo, and others, not all the 16 that I've posted here. Starting with the Oromo people, this is the largest group in Ethiopia. Oromo people, mostly native of Oromia in the Ethiopian region, they speak the Oromo language. They are the largest ethnic group in Ethiopia and represent the largest population. Here we have the Dibaba sisters, who are known for their marathon running. They win a marathon next to the Highlanders in Kenya, the Nilotic Highlands in Kenya. Another group are the Boranas. The Boranas, Gabra, Borana, Sakuye are a subgroup of people also that can be found under the Oromo group of people. So they do share a language and culture. The Borana, the Gabra, and the Sakuye moved down from Ethiopia and entered modern-day Kenya around the 16th century. They're differentiated by cattle keeping. So the Boranas will keep cattle, while the Gabra and the Sakuye specialized in camel keeping. The Somalis are another group under the Cushitic people. The Somalis can be found in the Horn of Africa, whether it is Somali, Kenya, Ethiopia. They're an ethnic group in the Horn of Africa who share a common ancestry, culture, and history. They are known as the Lowland East Cushitic group of people. According to most scholars, the ancient land of Punt, or Punt, depending on how you pronounce it, and its native inhabitants formed part of the ethnogenesis of the Somali people. So Somali people share culture and language with the Afar and the Saho people. So pronunciation of words, some of the cultures that they practice, some of the foods that they eat shows that at some point they might have come from one distinct group. Where do you find the Somalis? Somalia, Somaliland, Ethiopia, Kenya, Djibouti, and the Somalis in diaspora. We have Iman, the supermodel, who is a Somali. We have the Rendille people. The Rendille people can be found in Kenya. They're believed to have originated and migrated into the Great Lakes region from around Ethiopia, the Horn of Africa, that region, and then headed south during the expansion of the Oromo and later the Somali people. The Rendille are also closely related to the Somali in their language and also in their cultures. Traditionally, they are nomadic pastoralists where they keep camel, sheep, goats, and cattle, and they move from place to place in search of pasture. The Rendille people speak the Rendille language as their mother tongue, but there has been an intermix between Nilotes, the Samburu people, and the Rendille, forming a subgroup of the Rendille known as the Arial. So they speak a fusion of the Nilotic language, which is Ma, and the Cushitic language spoken by the Rendille people. Afar are another group in the Afro-Asiatic group of people. They are known for their great hair, but they're not the only ones. The Beja people too are also known for their great hair. Afar are also known as the Danakil, an ethnic group in the Horn of Africa, mostly in Ethiopia and Djibouti, that region. They speak the Afar language, which is also a branch of the Cushitic under the Afro-Asiatic group of people. Here we have the Beja people of Northeast Sudan, Southern Egypt, that region. They do share similarities with the Afar people. The Beja people of Northeast Sudan and Southern Egypt are the living descendants of ancient Egyptians. If you've ever wondered from all the controversy what the ancient Egyptians might have looked like, take a good look at the Beja people. They are a true representation of ancient Egyptians. Note, most of the people in modern-day Egypt are descendants of Arabs who invaded in the 7th century and mixed with the existing population. The language of the Beja people is the closest we have to classical Egyptian language. The Kemetic or the Egyptian. So the Kemetic language is an ancient language that is rarely spoken now. It is classical form of Middle Egyptian, a vernacular of Middle Kingdom of Egypt, which to this day is mostly used in churches. So back in the day during the Roman period, it was spoken, but now you'll find it in the Coptic churches in Egypt. The Omotic languages are a group of languages spoken in southwestern Ethiopia in the Omo River region. The Omo River is the one that flows into Lake Turkana in northern Kenya. The languages have around 6.2 speakers. The group is generally classified under the Afro-Asiatic group, but it is disputed by some. It can be divided into South Omotic and North Omotic. Some of the tribes include the Mao, the Dazoid, the Gonga or the Kefoid, the Yem, the Girima or the Ometo. So he is the Mao, he belongs in the Mao tribe. The Dazoid is the young lady in here, and the Ometo is the other lady to the right. The largest group are the Semitic. The Semitic languages originated from the Middle East and crossed over into Northern and Eastern Africa. Here we have an Arabic Egyptian, Amharic Ethiopian, and the Tigrinya from Eritrea, all under the same umbrella group known as the Semitic, speaking different languages. So some of the languages under the Semitic group include the Arabic, Amharic, Tigrinya, the Hebrew, Tigre, Aramaic, Assyrian, and Maltese in Malta. By far the most spoken language under the Afro-Asiatic is Arabic. So the second language is the Hausa under the Chadiac. The largest is Arabic. The oldest being the Hebrew language. So some of the Semitic people that we know, we have Tiffany Haddish, Nipsey Hussle, French Montana, Darija speaks Arabic, a vernacular language of Arabic in Morocco. The Weeknd, Amharic from Ethiopia. Next on the series, who are Africans? We are covering Austronesians, or the Malagasy people of Madagascar. This is a mix between the Bantus that you find in Eastern Africa and the Austronesians or the Polynesians who crossed over the Indian Ocean to Malagasy or modern-day Madagascar. Kwaheri, goodbye, see you later.